Why, hello, my fabulous class. Good morning. It is Mrs. Williams, and I have my old lady glasses on in memory, in honor of our elderly citizens of the world. We just want to honor them because they are the ones that could get most sick with the coronavirus. So I pray that you guys are still well and feeling great and just enjoying spending your time with your family. And just make sure that you check on your older neighbors to see if they need anything, because if they're exposed to anyone that is sick, they're more likely to contract the virus, and we don't want that for them. So just make sure that you just thank them for being who they are, or just check on them, do something nice, take their trash out, pull the trash in from trash day, or maybe rake their yard. Do something nice for them. Um, get you out of those jitters that you may have for right now. All right, so today is our first day of learning. I want to go over my announcements first. First off, you should have received this inside of your packet. If you haven't received your packet, please let me know, and we will arrange a time where you can get that, or Miss Hayes is going to mail it. All right, so up first is the BSD Child Nutrition Program. This is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 1 p.m. The closest one that we have closest to our school is Smith Middle School and Martin Elementary. So you can look with those addresses there. That you can just stay in your car, pick those up. They'll give you your breakfast and your lunch right there. Okay. Up next is what we call the flexible learning tracking log. You need to fill out this information up here. Is your campus, your grade level, who's your homeroom teacher, your ID, and address. And what you're going to do every day that you do something, whether you read for 30 minutes or you're working on your packet and maybe your parent is helping you, you are going to put just the number of hours or the number of minutes in each day. And then at the end of Friday, you're going to add them all up right here. Okay. As of right now, I know that you guys see that it goes all the way until May on the back. This is only if we need to use it until whenever. But as we go through, if you read for 30 minutes for Monday and Tuesday, then your mom and dad are going to put 30 minutes there. You can do it by minutes or hours. It does not matter. Okay. So make sure that you have that completed. And upon our return from school, only your parents are going to they're going to print and sign their name on either the back or the front. More so the front. Is just saying that they helped you with it, whatever they helped you with. Okay. So those are the two things that I want to make sure that you have. That's that. All right, so everybody has their packet, and I'm going to go over one problem on here. And then remember that I sent Zoom information to everyone's parents about how you can get on Zoom. Now, the Zoom is virtual. I can see you, you can see me, we can talk. Okay, so when we get on Zoom, I will explain to you how you can go in. When you go in, you're going to use that ID. If you click on the link, it'll take you straight to the meeting at 11 o'clock every day. However, if you cannot do that, if you're getting onto another device, you need to click on, just go to Zoom, type in zoom.com, and then it'll say join a meeting. Click join a meeting, and then you will put that ID number that I sent to you guys. And I think, let's see. If you need that ID number, please get back with me. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go over a couple of things, and I don't want to take up too much time because I'm checking my time. Remember that this will be uploaded by 10 o'clock every day. It may be a few minutes after because the way the internet is setting up, it's downloading very slowly. Just be patient as I learn how to do this perfectly. It would be great if you guys just be patient with me. All right, so if you want to check it maybe at 10:30, would probably be even better. So if it's not there at 9:30, then check at 10:30. All right. So first off, the beginning of your packet has a week 1 reading log. So you're writing down the name of the book, the author, the date, the number of pages that you wrote. So if you read from page 1 to 10, then you're going to write 10 pages. And then a quick summary so you can remember. As of right now, I'm not 100% sure if you can take an AR test. If you like, you can attempt to go to Clever and log in through Clever and try to take an AR test. I'm not 100% sure if it will allow you to. Okay, so that's every day. That's recording your 20 to 30 minutes of reading right here. I did see Miss Duce yesterday. She sends her love to every last one of you guys. We were able to see each other yesterday. All right, so we're going to start first with the multi-step problem. And that's your first page for today. It does say week 1 Monday, but we're going to work through as many as we can. Today, we're just going to work through Monday until you guys get back into your groove of what you need to do. All right, so the first step that we need to do with number 1 is we need to read the question first. With any multi-step problem, read the question first. Circle the important information and then use Rice to solve it, okay? So that's good notes. I'm going to hold it there for a second. Read the question first, circle important information, and then use Rice to solve, okay? All right, so first things first is I'm going to go over A with you all. And it said, I will read my problem first only because I want to know what it's going to ask me. So it says, how much did he make in all? Okay, so it's asking me that. And so I know that I'm trying to find some type of total. It's a multi-step problem. So somewhere in there, if I'm looking for the total, I know that I need to add. All right, so I'm going to go through my problem and I'm going to circle all the important information. So it says Calvin paints pictures and sells them at art shows. He charges $56.25 for a large painting. So I think $56.25 for a large painting is important. And he also charges $25.80 for a small painting. So $25.80 for a small painting is important. And then last month he sold 6 large paintings and 3 small paintings. How much did he make in all? So I know that I'm looking for a total. So if I were you, think about what you need to do. I know that he charges $56.25 for a large painting. Well, how many large paintings did he sell? It says 6. So we need to multiply, and I'm gonna try to hold this as best I can. My easel broke, so you guys be patient with me. So if you guys can see that, there we go. I'm gonna kind of turn it to let you see it. All right, so if I have $56.25 is what he charges, and I need to multiply by 6. Now I know that we only touched a little bit on multiplying a decimal number, but this has to do with money, so we know that the decimal is still going to be 2 place values behind. So we're going to multiply. 6 times 5 gives us 30. 6 times 2 gives us 12, plus 3 gives us 15. And then I'm going to carry my 1. 6 times 6 gives me 36, plus 1 gives me 37. Carry my 3. And 6 times 5 gives us 30, plus the 3 gives us 33. And like I told you, you have your 2 place values here with the money. So those 2 will still stay behind the decimal. So he earned $337.50 just for the large one. The next calculation step we need to do is to figure out how much did he earn for in total for the small ones. And we know that he charged $25.80. And how many did he sell? He sold 3. And we're going to multiply that as well. So now I have 3 times 0 gives me 0. 3 times 8 gives me 24. And I'm going to carry my 2. 3 times 5 gives me 15. Plus 2 more gives me 17. Carry my 1. And then 3 times 2 gives me 6. Plus 1 gives me 7. And so same thing here. I have 2 behind the decimal. So I have 2 behind the decimal in my product. So now I have these 2 answers here. What do I need to do with them? We want to know how much did he make in all or all together, which means we need to add. So what do we do when we add decimals? We draw a T-post. We line up the decimals. Put all our whole numbers on the left side and our coins on the right side. Okay. And then last but not least is we add. That place value is not going anywhere. So I'm going to put 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 7 more is 11. Carry my 1. And 1 plus 3 gives us 4. So $414.90 is what we're looking to have for our answer. That is for your multi-step problem page. Okay. All right. Next, I want to remind you, if you are struggling, you can always use RICE. And don't forget that RICE is restate the problem, pull out your important information, calculate and show your work, and then evaluate, which means to explain your thinking or explain what you did. Okay. So if you have, I hope that you have scratch paper, and you can turn that scratch paper in with your assignment. So if you could keep everything inside of your folder, that would be great. Okay. All right. So those are those 2 things. The next one you had was a rounding one. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on rounding because we've been rounding since the 2nd grade. So what I'm going to pull out is, don't forget that 5 or more, we add 1 more. 4 or less, we let it rest. Everything behind the number that you're rounding becomes a 0. And everything everything in front stays the same. I'm sorry, I didn't write that correctly. Everything that is in front of the number that you're rounding stays the same. It does not change. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a couple with you guys, and then we're going to move on. I've got my whites, guys. You know, I gotta have some whites. I haven't changed, you guys. All right. And I'm going to walk from the opposite side while I let that dry. All right. So the first number for A is 1,476. There's a glare there. Sorry, you guys. Hold on. We're going to make this work. There we go. Looks way better. And they want you to round to the nearest thousand. So always underline the place value that they want you to round. Then you're going to look next door. And then that number determines whether the underlying number is going to change or stay the same. So remember the saying, it says the number inside the box is going to determine. If it's 5 or more, we're going to add 1 more. If it's 4 or less, we're going to let it rest. Is this 5 or more or 4 or less? This is 4 or less. So that means we have to let the underlying number rest, meaning keep it the same. So 1,000. And everything behind it becomes a 0. So that's for letter A. So 1,476 rounds to 1,000. Okay. Then for letter B. For letter B, you have 5,522. And so we're rounding to the nearest thousand. So we're going to underline the thousands place. Look next door at Miss Ruby. Remember Miss Ruby, my nosy neighbor? That's Miss Ruby. So that's Miss Ruby. She's nosy. She wants to know what's going on over here with this 5. And remember, if Miss Ruby is 5 or more, we're going to add one more. 4 or less, we're going to let it rest. So what is Miss Ruby? Is she 5 or more or 4 or less? She is 5 or more. So 5 or more, we add one more. You won't add one more right here. That is not what you do. You add over here. So 1 plus 5 gives us 6. And everything behind becomes a 0. Okay? So that's your explanation for rounding to the nearest thousands page. Okay? And last, but certainly not least for today, we're going to look at your comparing fractions. And one way that I showed you guys to compare fractions is to, one way that I showed you guys to compare fractions is to do the butterfly method. Or in this case, it's just a matter of shading it in and seeing which one is shaded more in. So here is, and you guys know I can't draw perfect, but I'm going to try my best today. And this is, I think I drew it kind of good. Okay, and we want to compare those two. So what you want to do is you want to shade in those. I shaded in 1 out of 3 and I shaded in 1 out of 4. And I want to see which one is shaded in the most. If you just look at it, it looks like the 1/3 is. Okay. But if you are confused about using the visual, you can always use the butterfly method, which is 1/4. You cross multiply and see which one has the most. So 1 times 4, 1 times 4 gives you 4, and you write it at the top. And then 3 times 1 gives you 3. Which one is the most? 4 or 3? 4 is greater than, so then you use the greater than sign. Okay? I'll leave that there for a quick second. All right, and then I'm going to do B. B says, mine is not perfect, and then I have 3/4. They want you to shade in 5/6 and 3/4. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what's easier for me. That's 1, 2, 3. And then you would have, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And which one is shaded in more would be 5/6. Again, if you can't use the visual, it's hard for you to understand to use the visual, then you can cross multiply both numbers using the butterfly method. So this will be 5 times 4 gives us 20, and 6 times 3 gives us 18. Which one is greater than? Will be 5/6. Okay, 5/6. So those are your explanations for today. If for some odd reason you are having a hard time understanding, that's when you're going to get on Zoom. So if you guys want to go to Zoom, it would be great to see your face because I really miss you guys. That would be great. I'm going to go ahead and look at this. This says, Achu. This is your reading assignment for today. We're just doing Monday. This is your reading assignment for today. So make sure that you use Unwrap while you do it. There's also questions on the back. There's some vocabulary there. And then also a writing assignment. So that you guys are just getting everything that you need. Again, don't forget about, if you didn't get a packet, you need to call. Also, make sure that your parents are helping you fill out the flexible learning log, because we have to turn that in. It is to help with attendance as well. Make sure you're filling out your reading log. All right. So you guys know I have to have a question. for you guys. Here's a suggestion. If you get bored, because everyone loves to say that, there is an app called Kahoot. You can download that or go to the website, and there's some fun activities on there for you guys to do. If you get bored and there's something that you want to do, today's suggestion would be to build a fort. I think we're gonna build a fort today, and I'll make sure that I take pictures for you guys to see. And last, our question of the day is, if someone gave you $1 million, what would you buy? If someone was to give you $1 million, what would you buy? So my answer to that question is, I would buy, there are some mini houses that you can buy for the homeless. I think that I would buy some mini houses for the homeless and clothes for them so that they can get a fresh start and possibly get a job that they would like. Just something exciting and new for themselves. All right, if nothing else, I'll see you guys on tomorrow and we'll work on Tuesday's work. It's okay if you get ahead. I greatly appreciate that because we're going to eventually speed up so that we can catch up. All right, if nothing else, bye guys.